My name is Yoki, and I'm going to be talking about some tutoring tips that you can apply and I feel would be beneficial to anyone. So, my first tip is to remove the distraction. And what I mean by that is your phone. We love being on our phone. Everyone does, and it's okay to admit that. But when it's coming down to the time to study and you really want to learn and study for an exam or anything of the sorts, I think it's best if you remove your phone and remove that temptation to want to get on that, to reply to that Snapchat, to reply to that message, and either you can turn it off or put it in another room completely, because then you won't be as tempted to be distracted and go on it as much as you will if it was right next to you staring you down. Another tip I think is very beneficial that I apply myself is rewarding yourself. And that goes back to the one I just said. If you put your phone away and let's say you study for half an hour, you can say, okay, after half an hour, I'll go on my phone for 5 or so minutes, take a little break, take a breather, relax, Snapchat someone back, and then after that 5 minutes, I will go back to studying and commit my time so I can actually learn and actually apply myself to be able to comprehend what I'm trying to study. Another tip I feel is very beneficial is when you're studying and you want to learn something, I think it's very beneficial to engage as many of your senses as possible when studying, so then when you're trying to recollect and remember what it is you are trying to retain, it's easier. Let me give you an example. Me personally, when I'm studying, let's say I'm doing math, I'm doing an equation, I verbally say all parts of the equation and I ask myself what the question. I read the question. So I'm I'm applying the audio aspect of my senses. I'm hearing myself say it. I'm asking to myself, okay, this is what I need to do, this is what I don't understand, and this is what I can do better. Me saying, okay, this is what I need to do, that audio and phonetic aspect, I feel, is very helpful because then not only am I actually doing it, but then I can remember in my head, oh wait, yeah, I remember myself saying that. These are all very important things that I do every time I sit down and study. And I feel like everyone can benefit. But it doesn't have to be narrow. You can expand this and take what I have said and turn it into something more or something that fits more for you. Maybe you don't like talking to yourself while working. Maybe you can create another sense that'll help you remember. Maybe it's smell, maybe it's not just sight, but maybe it's listening to something also. Or maybe, interesting enough, I once read a study that said while chewing gum, and if you chew the same exact gum while taking an exam of the things that you were studying on, it's gonna help you remember that stuff because of the sensory taste of that gum. Because you recollect the taste, and in a way, you're tasting the knowledge that you were studying during that time. So yeah, it doesn't have to be just audio. This is just what I do, but you can do anything. But really expand the sensory engagement that you have while studying, and then I think it'll really help you. Alright, those have been my tips for tutoring and any application when you're trying to learn something. Thank you.